Hey YouTube, I'm out here in the food forest today, food forest orchard. The place is actually starting to look like an orchard now. Stuff's filling out. We got the chickens running here in the background. This is part of the Food 401k, the food retirement plan. A lot of people have a 401k retirement plan, 403b, whatever kind of plan you have. Maybe a public pension or retirement program, but the money, our country's money is losing its value very fast. If you haven't noticed, with inflation going up, and the so-called experts are telling you that everything's just fine. It's only temporary. I think we've come to a point now where it's just not going to go down anymore. They can't get it to go down. The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates several times. We're up at like, on a 30-year mortgage anyway, we're up at around 7% for a 30-year mortgage. And that's if you have good credit, like really good credit. So it's time to start thinking about your food supply. So many things are affecting our country's food supply. If you're completely dependent on the supermarket, it'd be great if you can find a friend or a neighbor or someone in your community that raises food. We'll just take a slow little tour of the food forest here. Right now we're putting in pear trees. It's mostly a peach orchard. Most of the trees here are peach. Here's a nice peach, one of the first trees I put in here. Really filling out. This is a pear. We have peach, pear, apple, and plum in here right now. And then we're going to start adding the lower canopy here with berry bushes and different edible bush varieties. We have a thornless blackberry here. It's starting to get flowers too. I also, this year, I put in 3 new pecan trees. So now we got 3 little pecans in here that are starting to come out. I've also planted several mulberry. It's a dwarf mulberry, so it's more of a bush, but it puts out lots of fruit. This is a Jerusalem artichoke here. It's filling out, getting super huge. The roots are edible. It also makes a nice sunflower type. It's called a sunchoke, but it makes a sunflower type flower. on top. Sorry if things are a little shaky here. A little all over the place because it's kind of uneven ground here. But yeah, we got our apples going here. Got a little apple coming on. Basically, we just fenced off a little area here and we're just mixing in different trees. We don't want to have an orchard where it's just rows and rows of the same kind of tree. We want, a peach, an apple, and a pear in a row. That way, if one of your trees gets a disease, it can't just spread on down the line, because there's a different species in between. So it's not going to stop everything, but it helps. But yeah, guys, food is going to be a problem. Farmers are under attack in America. Higher prices for what they need. They're trying to take away their tractors. The weather's not doing very well for growing. We've had droughts and then floods. So the weather is more unstable, and that's really going to be pushing up food prices. Also, just all the government regulations and stuff that these farmers have to put up with. They want to track and trace all your animals now. So I'm encouraging everyone to grow some food this year. I mean, everybody can grow something, or, you can find a friend, a family member, a neighbor that has some property that maybe you can grow some food and share the food, because it's getting that serious. I mean, we have our government continue to threaten a nuclear-armed country. That's not very smart. We have protests going on, sparking up all over the place, colleges, and that's just the beginning. I mean, things are gonna get, a whole lot crazier when people, the general public, most of the general public has no clue what's really going on. They're hypnotized by the mainstream media and to believe that this is just temporary, everything's going to be fine. But they'll see, all you have to do is just let the headlines do the talking now. They'll see as it gets worse and worse. So we made a big move. We took a big risk by coming to this homestead, and we're investing in food production so we can not only feed our family, but we can actually help people. I mean, this is to help our community, have some food to provide to someone in need. So we're going to continue to fill this in, invest in a food 401k. It's just like any other retirement plan. It's, putting investment in now for, food later. I mean, these trees aren't producing yet. They've only been here maybe 2-3 years. Most of them only 2 years. So, you know, you invest now, and in 2, 3, 4 years, you start getting your food return from these trees. Nice big pear tree. I mean, this stuff has really grown great. The only fertilizer I use in here is, out of the chicken pen and the goat sleeping area. I just shovel poop and put it right around the base here of these trees. I don't spray any kind of chemical. None of these trees have been sprayed. So we're gonna see what we can do here. It's starting to fill in quite a bit. So I'm gonna keep updating this, but it's starting to look like an orchard now. So I'm just really encouraging people to just waiting for that truck to pass by. Just really encouraging people to do what you can to grow, do something, get chickens, invest in a chicken coop, forget about the motorcycle or the new TV and that kind of stuff. Get your chickens in your chicken coop going. Get your food growing, It's going to be critical. You don't want to be standing in line or fighting the crowd at the supermarket when things really go down. I mean, we saw what happened in 2020 at the supermarket, and that, guys, 2020 was just a test run to see how people would react to a lockdown. To see how people would react to a lockdown. And so that was the test run. Maybe next time it's a climate lockdown. You're producing too much carbon. You need to stay home, Well, large corporations can do whatever they want, but you're the problem. You need to get an electric car. You need to give up your gas-powered lawnmower. I mean, well, corporations are, dumping straight up toxins into the water. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, guys. But I'm going to get off of here, get back to gardening, get back to doing what I can to prepare. That's all you can do, guys. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later.